What is up, guys? Wednesday. You know what happens on Wednesday? It's the 28th of December, which means it's my last deadlift day for the year. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with my progress this year. I've made some solid gains. I've hit numbers that I set myself at the start of every year. So my numbers were a 170 squat, a 140 bench, and a 240 deadlift, which I didn't quite hit. My squat went up by like 35 kilos, so that's where I really focused a lot of my energy. And what happened there was my deadlift is taking a toll. So I didn't really increase my deadlift as much as I did on my squat. However, next year, my deadlift is going up, man. I'm gonna get 250 next year, that's for sure. Today, deadlifts, last session for the year. It's pretty hot and muggy. I woke up feeling pretty crappy. Gonna see what I feel like. I'm not sure what I'm gonna go for. I'm just gonna feel it out today. I'm not gonna set any numbers. See you later. I'll see you in there. So it's a real muggy kind of day. It's windy as well. It's meant to be 35 degrees today. I can tell it's going to be an overcast, kind of hot day. It's 7:30 in the morning, a little bit later than what I usually train, but I wanted to get a bit of a sleep in while I'm on holiday. I'm about to go hit the gym. Anthony should be there lifting with me. Tummy's feeling a bit upset. The lower back's a bit tight. I'm gonna have to do some extra mobility just to get that warmed up. But 82.6 kilos this morning, which is down from my Christmas weight, which was way up at 85. I must have been super sodium bloated. So here we go. Gym time. Last one for the year. Let's go, Grant. Yeah, deadlift day Wednesday. One of my favorite days of the weeks in these last few months on this diet. Just warming up here with 100 kilos, really trying to dial in and get my technique nailed down. So my technique has altered a little in the last 3 months. I've brought my feet closer in and narrowed my stance. What I've done there is also, I usually put my feet on about the third lace from the tip of the shoe, but I've moved into about the fourth lace, so I'm a little closer to the bar, which has caused me to round my back a little bit at the bottom. But what that has also done for me is help me get some really good speed off the floor. Now, I've spoken about this before, but to get speed off the floor, it has really helped me push through a deadlift plateau of mine where I've been hitting 220 and I've been stuck on 220 for literally like 10 months. So for me to push through that plateau, I needed to do something different, and it was as little as narrowing my stance and moving in one more shoelace on my on the shoelace to bar ratio. So today it was an okay day. I wouldn't say it was a great day. I've had better. Again, I woke up feeling sick. I was not really feeling optimal today. I had a big Christmas lunch and a few drinks, which probably didn't pay me off too well. However, I'm still pushing through my sets, really trying to hone in on my technique instead of using just pure aggression, which I usually do. I find that using pure aggression kind of throws my form out a little because I'm really just getting an adrenaline rush and really trying to smash that weight. It definitely does help, but you need to find that balance of aggression and technique and then execute them both together. So really it's just about finding that balance. So here's my 220 pull. This is my previous 10-month lift that I was stuck on. As you can see, I actually failed that rep, and what actually happened was my left hand was out a little too wide. Because I'm a rip and grip deadlifter, I really need to ensure that my hands are in the right position, and if they're not, it throws out the entire lift. So as you just saw, it threw out my entire lift. All I needed was just, another minute and a reset, and there we go. Hands are right on the groove there, which is perfect. A little bit of a hitch to get up the top, which is why I was shaking my head, because it wasn't as smooth as I would have liked. So I was pretty disappointed with that 220. However, Anthony once again telling me, just keep going, it's your last deadlift of the year. I failed this last week, and I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. I barely broke the ground last week on this lift, and here we go, going for 132. Let's see what happens. Just below the knees, failed. Disappointment. It's all part of the game. Failing is a constant. Well, it shouldn't be a constant, but it is part of the game. You really need to test and push yourself to know your limits, and that's what I was doing. So here we are. This is 195. Last week I repped 192.5 for 4, which was a PR. So this is 195 for 2, and then I thought, why not? Still got more in the tank. Let's go for a PR. Here's 3. Not bad. Form's looking okay. PR. In a bad position. Lower back was rounded, which is not ideal. However, I still grinded through it. So that was a PR for me, which I was happy to take. Hands were burning by this stage, so I decided to put on the straps. I am horrible with straps because I'm naturally a rip and grip lifter, and starting with my hands on the bar is really difficult for me. It's probably a technique I should probably learn. And double overhand, but it's something I really need to practice, and I'm gonna focus on next year just to get some speed off the ground. So 4 reps at 180 and I'm done. So just went for 232.5 again, and I probably shouldn't have hit that today considering I failed it last week, but it is my last deadlift session of the year, so really had to go for gold and go for broke. I am going to finish the day off with some accessories now, and try and come back next year and get that 240 pull, maybe on that bulk, maybe in Jan, we'll see. I wasn't feeling the best today, so still pulled through. Still gonna go for that 250 next year. That's my goal. I'll talk a little bit about my lifting goals later. Next video maybe. I am off to do some accessories. Deadlift Wednesday's done.